Double honors into the elder apostles of Great Musa on the wall well, and shalom to the hopeful elect. We're Hebrew Israelites, we come out every week to prophesy the downfall of this kingdom in accordance with the prophecies written inside of the Holy Bible. Alright? We are in the last days as mentioned in the book of Hebrews. Alright? And we've been set up, as it tells you in the book of Jeremiah 28, to basically come out and let you know what's going on. Alright? We're seeing a lot of things happen. One of the main things that's, set ablaze, you had a T-error attack up in Manchester, right, which was a bit, of a funny one. You definitely could see it's a false flag, alright? And then you have, obviously the big one that's still kind of causing some rumbling, the Brit ID, right? And they're saying that that's hot off the heels of the immigration situation. And it really shows you that there's, an agenda at play, alright? Because when you really look into it, there's a lot of different moving parts which lets you know they're gearing up to bring their beast system into play, alright? So, there's so much going on. If you don't know what's going on, and if you're not hip to it, you're set up for destruction. The Heavenly Father don't give a damn about you, and you're going to be destroyed along with all the wicked of the children of Israel, alright, which are the so-called blacks, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, so on and so forth. They're on the side, alright? And you be in the kingdom of heaven as a slave if you're not one of the chosen, alright? Or you'll wake up with great embarrassment if you pertain to our people. Alright, so if anyone's got anything to say or scripture, go ahead.
I got one. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Right, lest Satan shall get an advantage over us. Right? Satan is out here doing his work. Alright, and the word Satan goes back to the Hebrew shaitan, which means deceiver. Alright, the whole game of Satan is basically to hoodwink you, alright, to make you feel like something is better than what it really is. Alright, so someone could tell you like, oh yeah, if you come and do this, you're gonna have the best time of your life, you'll be in a great advantage, whatever. But the whole game is they're trying to, take advantage of you to a certain way. Alright? So that's why you have to be circumspect. Alright? You have to be diligent. You have to be mindful of the times that you're in. And the only way that you'll be able to do that is, as it told you in Isaiah 33 and 6, is based on wisdom and knowledge. Having that wisdom and knowledge, which is likened unto a light, alright, allows you to see through the dark times and basically perceive everything that's going on. If you're not up on nothing like that, if you're not privy to these different things that are going on and why these things are happening, when you have the aha moment, when the revelation, when the curtain gets pulled back and everything gets shown for what it really is, you're gonna get caught out there because it's gonna be too late. It'll be likened unto Matthew 25, the 5 virgins that are foolish. Alright? We have the oil right now, alright? And we're offering it. We're freely giving. Freely if you receive, so freely give. And we're freely giving it to you. But it's all about the elect. Alright? The only people that can get it is that of the elect. Alright? Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 17. And saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Right, we've piped unto you, and you have not danced. Right, we're giving you, this is a song. Right, when you go into the book of Revelation 14, it speaks about this new song. Alright, and even when you go into Isaiah speaks about old things have come to pass, but now do I declare new things before they spring forth. I tell you of them.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's that new song. So we're letting you know that new song, but that new song can only be sung, as I mentioned, in Revelation 14, by those of the elect. And Lord willing, we are those men. We pertain to the elect of the nation of Israel. Alright? So when we're singing this song, if you're not dancing, alright, simple thing is like you hear a song and it's banging. You might not even listen to a certain genre of music, but the bass line, the drums, or the rhythm, something about it just makes you, nod your head, just like, right, I don't even like this kind of music. This is what we're doing. If we're telling you the Brit ID and this, that, and the other is for certain parts of an agenda,
Yeah.
you might not even, mess with what we're saying at first, but that might get your head nodding, right? But are you gonna dance? That's a whole different separate thing. And that's basically what we're doing. We're letting it be known what it is. We're giving you the song, right? We're allowing you to hear it, but guess what? You don't like the sound of it, all right?
Even the Brit ID, remember, for years we would say, I've got something by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
But for years, remember, we would say that the mark, they're going to use it to follow your movements,
Yeah.
for work, for etc. etc. That's what Keir Starmer just came out and said. He just
Yeah.
came out and said, that Brit ID, you can't work without it.
Yeah.
And even where I'm at, they got a group chat, you can see things, and they're all putting it in there. You seen this new thing and
yeah.
all that. Meaning what? They're all gonna get it anyway.
Yeah.
All these people are even our elder Ariala's brother said it, son Allah, when he came here, these people are primed for the trip, man. He said years back, that was 013.
Yeah.
So they got all that infrastructure's in play, man. And it's not gonna be long when they put that Brit ID. The mark is closely going to follow after that, especially with what's taking place in modern society today.
Yeah.
All the T's and etc.
Yeah,
etc.
yeah.
It's all speeding up, man.
Yeah.
So I got something.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Revelation 14, and I'll start at 8. It says, "And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she hath made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the power, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation." Going into what we started with, because you were saying if you follow the system, you're going to be destroyed. Anyone that follows this society is going to go down with it.
Yeah.
It's prophecy. So all these things are pre-tested to the main thing. And remember, they already primed a lot of people through the C-hip.
Yeah.
The C-hip was a massive part of that. That was a big psyop that they primed the public with, and everyone fell for it. Only few people didn't fall for that C-hip thing. That was a prod, like to see how far we can push these people. Because remember, the wicked elite, as much as they got this chessboard on lock, bro, they're still humans. They have to try things.
Yeah.
They couldn't have just shut society down and implement the market, the MOTB instantly like that.
No.
These are working.
Going to resist.
Exactly.
Because even with the Brit ID, they said it's like millions of signatures saying they don't want it to pass.
Yeah.
But then the thing with these matters is like that holds no sway.
Yeah.
Because as far as the government agendas, if it gets voted through, then it's a wrap.
And
it will get voted through easy.
The public as well, the paying public, as they call them, the goyim, it all passes over. As soon as they implement it, they all run to it anyway.
Yeah.
The initial
what was it? Track and trace.
Yeah. The initial feeling of something new. No, we don't want it. As soon as the government implements it, they all run and flock to it.
Yeah.
That's how it runs, man. And most people, they know the paying public, the goyim, they know politicians are full of shit, so to speak, but they are in love with the image of being told, the image and being told that we're gonna make things change. They follow the same rhetoric. It's only truly us that stand against it, because the way to truly stand against the MOTB and all that is basically to risk your life, to give your flesh up. These people ain't ready for that, man.
That's what the Lord said. He said, they that love, if you love your life, you're gonna lose it. But if you hate your life, you basically keep it.
Yeah.
Hating your life is likened onto basically this world that we live in. You just say to yourself, I'm not with this. And that's how you're gonna, even in death, you're gonna, preserve your life, right? Because in the regeneration, all right, you're basically gonna be alive. But then those that lose their life, like want to keep their life on this side, basically that's how you're gonna get that sore, that grievous sore. That now you're dying slowly from that, even though you feel like you're living, and then you're just waiting for the missiles to drop to destroy you.
Yeah. So can I finish Revelation?
Go ahead.
Back in Revelation 14 and 10, it says, "The same shall," because going into what you said, the missiles to destroy you, "the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Yeah. Basically, you fall for the, like we go into, you fall for this society, you die with it. That's it. There's no grey area, man. No, not to say grey area, no in between.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's like the Handmaiden's Tale.
Yeah. So hand joining hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished.
Right. No hand joining hand, exactly. You know what's going on, man.
Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Yeah, that's as far as all these little plans and prospects, and you know what the brothers have read as well. It's like even if you take it, that's not going to be. It's not like you just sealed your salvation, and that's really the mindset people have towards these things. Like the thing is, it's now in a vacuum with seemingly no particular kind of issue. The main issue that the Brit ID's been presented against is the immigration issue.
Oh yeah.
But then with the mark, it's going to be a matter of life and death, eating food, engaging in the system, all these things. It's going to be like, look, you don't get it, you can't engage.
Oh, that's what I just remembered. The luck. It just hit me now. They said they're going to take away the asylum seeker hotels by 2026. So this is a problem they initiated in 2019.
Yeah.
Now they've put this into play. Now they can take it back. You know, problem reactions. We created a problem, we pumped it up. Now it serves its purpose. We can draw it back away.
Yes. And those people that they're gonna go ahead.
Just saying Hegelian
Dialectic, yeah.
And those people they let loose from them hotels, they gotta follow them somehow.
Yeah.
Because where they're gonna let them go.
Yeah.
That's
they-
the thing.
That
It's
presents
like
another
all-
problem.
All you're hearing in the news is like, some rapscallion from Syria just like pulled out of a window,
Right.
Spider-Man pulled
Right.
out on the side of the building. They just found a little poly chain. They just found a little poly chain and bit her on the neck, man.
Yeah.
Like this, all of a sudden you're hearing about it, but then it's like you said, it's a problem they generate.
It's the problem in general. And no, bro, even all these people they bring into the country, a lot of them are, it's like they're illegals, but it's controlled because have you seen some of these guys? They're healthy, they're fit soldiers almost.
What it says is for you to get asylum, you have to be in this country. So you can't get, they stopped, and this is how the problem come about. Before you could apply for asylum from the country or trouble, the point you need to get to, then you make the application of asylum, then you go through that process to get taken over here.
Yeah.
But now they said the only way you can get asylum here is you have to come over here. So that's how they basically had hordes of people coming over here, and it's like survival of the fittest, like you said.
Fleeing their land,
What do you call it as well with Brexit, because the relationship with Dover and Calais, that broke down. And
So
then
they just gave-
France, like they got the migrant camps,
Yeah.
language is chilling there, and they're like, we don't want these fucking people here.
So they
So
let
then
them
they had to work out a deal,
Yeah.
and then it's likely that was just the result of the deal.
Yeah.
But then all that is, it's like even the Brexit thing, the part of it was like, oh, we want to control our borders, blah, blah, blah. We want to be able to have these things in our power, which seemed like at the time, but then now people are seeing that the fallout of it in reality is they basically just completely like cooked the future of this country.
Yeah, it's all part of a bigger plan, man. Because even with immigration, all this immigration that's taking place, who profits from it? The wicked elite.
Well, even like the hotels, there's 3 companies that
I saw that.
got
Yeah.
contracts.
Yeah.
One of the guys out of it, he made 7 billion off
Yeah.
the contract.
Yeah.
That's one of 3 contracts.
Yes.
So Serco's got another one, and I've got another company. So you imagine that's big business. That's no joke.
It's a business, yeah.
So when they're saying these things, that people don't realise that someone sat up in Parliament and said, "Yep, they authorise it and allow these people to make money." And obviously, it's their, they're greasing each other
Of
palms.
course they are.
Like,
What is it? The PPE scandal?
Of course they are.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
during C19, the
Oh, yeah.
pandemic. Them man said it was relatives. It was like, oh, his cousin or his wife's
Nepotism.
brother or whatever.
Yeah.
He's got like $1 billion, like $300 million contract for PPE. And like 3 months later, they said not a single scrap of PPE has been made.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell's going on here? But then,
It
and
hit
it's
the
like
belly
now,
and just went crazy.
yeah, and then it's like now you're getting people being taken to task for it. But then you think it's like, bro, how many people just like they're eating their good? That money's gone off, like millions just gone overseas to where no one's ever seeing that money again. But then that's the same. It's the same thing. These things are all to the benefit of those in a circle, and that's been everything within the politics of Esau's system. Even when you go back to ancient Rome, so like when they had the what do you call it, the Senate back in Rome, it was like the senators were doing the same thing. Everything was to their benefit. That's why it even got overthrown to be an empire where they had an emperor. Because why? Because they were saying like, oh, the Senate's been corrupt, blah blah blah. We're going to bring justice to the emperor, etc. Or it was a crisis situation where that brought about.
Yeah.
But then that consolidation of power doesn't go away. It's the same thing with Trump now.
That's something.
It's like Trump now is unleashing the troops out in every city, saying, "Oh look, the crime's out of control. This is out of control. We need the military there to come check everything."
And no one really realizes what's at play. That's basically martial law.
Yeah.
That's the the beginnings of martial law, and he's justified by saying there's so much criminality. And then the YNs in Chicago.
you went Chicago, innit?
Yeah, well, DC first.
Oh,
The
DC,
YNs in
right.
Chicago basically played into it. You niggas are bugged out. You actually said this ain't no other city. This is Chicago, nigga. Like we got extent. Do you know what? Do you understand what they do in the military? Do you not understand? Like there's different tactics of warfare. They won't come in and shoot. They'll have tactics. They have communication. They'll scrape the man. They'll tap on. They're refined.
Well, do you remember
military
when you had that?
strategists.
Do you remember when you had that? What was that guy, man? He was like that.
crazy.
He was like that a couple of years back. You had that Jake, and he was rallying up them other Jakes, and he had them Eves with guns and
Yeah,
marching. What was that guy's called?
yeah.
I forgot
I
his
can't
name.
remember.
But then
Down there in Texas, it's like-
and then Esau came out. He said, "Look, man, this is a laughing stock."
Yeah.
He said, "5 of us can take them all out."
Yeah,
And
I
it was
remember
like
that.
a group
Yeah,
of
yeah.
rallied Jakes with Eves, with the Afeni Shakur, with Spirit, with the fucking Gats. And the head afros and all that, like the Black Power and all that. And then Esau came and said, "Look, man, 5 of us." Not finished. His auntie. What's his auntie's name? Recently, she got released from Cuba. Matula Shakur.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, she was a freedom fighter. All that. Anyway, they said 5 of us could take you all out.
Yeah.
He said we will just set up strategically and we'll take 5 of us. This is a joke. He said. It's like, that's Esau's blessing, man. When you get it.
And it's a joke is you guys are talking about extendos. Do you know what kind of high-powered machinery there is out in the world? Even non-violent machinery to knock you out of your senses. You niggas have never used no stun grenades to de-censor someone before you go in and take them out.
Bro, the
Come on,
bloody
man, you guys are playing games.
In Chicago, they like that switch
It's not
thing.
backdooring each other.
You know, they like that switch.
Yeah.
It's like it makes the Glock fire
Yeah,
faster.
rapid fire.
Who the hell gave you that? It's EC
Yeah,
gave you that. That electronic machinery.
Yeah, that chip,
He
yeah.
gave you that, man. Silly, But what he would do in these ghettos, and he would drop packages off at railway stations and shit like that. So a motherfucker will find military grade weapons, take it back to the block, and then they think they're doing. Esau's planting that shit, man.
And then they'll post it on socials and they justify, well, okay, we're going to send in a militarized unit
Right.
to come dump them. And that's the thing is, as soon as it's this thing that happened with the ICE agents where the people fought back, then it justifies further. That's where they're like, oh, now we need the military to protect the ICE agents.
Yeah.
And to be honest, American public, the regular tax-paying Goya, Jake and Esau are fed up with the YNs. Anyway, that whole Esau created a beast with that. It's like Gremlins. Remember Gremlins when one Gremlin formed out of the Magua, because that was from like Tibet. And then the Magua was like the cute one, and then evils will pop out of him. Remember that? Gremlin. You gotta watch it. And it was made by Steven Spielberg. Gremlins was basically about Israel, Jake. And you see them, they were like in the cinema shooting shit up, eating popcorn, being niggas basically. You gotta see it.
But they come out of the good ones, innit?
They come out of the good ones. They pop. They basically, if you put water on Magua, or he's out at a certain time in the morning, and the sun hits him, I gotta go over it. The evil ones pop out of him, demon ones come out of him, but he's like the progenitor.
Yeah.
He's like a good one, like the gremlins. And then loads of them will be informed.
Yeah.
They're like basically, and it was basically filmed off of Jake. Why would they make a film like that? It was about the Gremlins was really about Israel, 2/3, bro. And you see them causing havoc in the community.
The general plan coming out of
man.
raise a good
That's
seed.
big, especially with how America's set up. They're just off in their own land, And it's like hearing about the war in Iraq,
Yeah.
where you just hearing about all kinds of madness going down, and they're just out there, which is why it's like, if we're saying, okay, the police is going to go through and carpet bomb them, who's really, no one's coming to the defense,
Yep.
but then it's justified. Then they'll say, oh, the domestic team,
Yeah.
they're going to come against them.
Well, they already
Oh, the
classify
people-
them as domestic teams.
Yeah.
That's been in.
They've been getting charged for the last how many years? Could you read that on the gradualism, the AI?
Yeah, this is the AI overview for the word gradualism. It says gradualism is the principle or process of change happening in small incremental steps
Right.
over a long period, rather than through sudden dramatic shifts.
Carry on.
It applies to various fields, including biology, where it describes the slow, continuous accumulation of small genetic or more phonological changes leading to the evolution of new species, and politics and society, where it refers
Politics and society. So this is something that's being used by design. Because they understand that you can't introduce something immediately. You can't just come around and say, we're going to do this. Because the people are not primed for it, they're not ready for it. There'll be uproars, there'll be, all kinds of rebellions. People will just be like, nah, we're not doing that. But then if you introduce something, you drip feed it into society, the people are more willing, they're more compelled.
Yeah.
I remember there's generational changes, life changes, various things throughout the course of people's lives that make them buy into it a lot more.
And it was 2000, a news clip of 2001, and
Okay.
the Nokia face-off came out, and the Nokia 3310 and all that, and it was people with the in the schools. It was, phone companies were targeted at that time.
Yeah.
What was it?
Remember
Train
it-
stations.
You had all the ads everywhere, and phone shops were big back then. Vodafone, and they were big. But prior to the 2000, 1-to-1, that's right, 1-to-1. That's TV. So prior to 2001, in the 90s, the children weren't hearing about phones. That was like adults had the bricks with
Yeah.
the. But what happened is in 2000, when they started to bring the Nokias out, you see it was all, BBC was all by the schools, and it was kids texting, it's the new craze, they're texting. I send them 10 a day, someone of them said. And then leading up to today, they've got these iPhones. So that was like I said, gradualism. They brought that technology in, and look what it is today. Now the kids can't live without an iPad. They're ready to be half machine, half.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, when it comes to technology as well, it's really been pushed from like in media, like cyberpunk and whatnot, futurism in media.
Yeah.
They've really had the idea of, oh, you're going to get a cybernetic arm, or you're going to get a cybernetic leg implant, and you can see all the way down the street. In detail, you can see a fly
Yes.
landing on someone's eyeball.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, why? It's these things are basically putting in the idea that, oh, it's just natural progression of things to just merge with machinery. And now is really where it's all happening. With AI, that's what they're saying, oh, the merge of AI. What's the term? The singularity.
Singularity
Yeah.
and merge. Those are the two
Where they're
words.
saying, oh, it's going to
Gonna
need to
come a
happen
time.
for humanity to kind of push forward.
Yeah.
Then they're saying, oh, if we go out into Mars and blah, 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 then these things will,
They're sending you a fucking pipe dream, man.
That's
They
what
ain't
they're
going
doing.
to no fucking Mars.
They never went.
They
Man.
never went. They never went to the moon. Like, what are
Yeah.
they talking about? The most they got is a space station. That's what the Heavenly Father granted them. All right, so that Amos can be fulfilled. That's it. There's prophecies that need to be fulfilled. All that like traveling, the final
Star
frontier.
Trek,
The final
full
frontier
BS,
and
man.
shit. You ain't going there, bro. That's not for you. That's for the children of Israel. All right. You got something?
I've got a quick one.
Yeah,
I've
go
got
ahead.
one after you as well.
This is Psalms 94 and 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have
Yeah.
fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
And the answer is yes. All these laws you're putting into play by design, the gradualism and all these things, you're basically sowing mischief amongst your own kingdom. Alright? And the Heavenly Father's gonna come and smack the gavel. And that's what we're doing right now. That's why we're out here, starting with the elder apostles and great millstones. On down, we're out here basically smashing the gavel, and telling you your judgments. We're letting you know that, look, you're doing wrong, and the Heavenly Father's gonna see to it that you get judged accordingly. Right? You ain't gonna get away with this. Alright? You might not have to answer to the people down here, or even answer to us right now. Like, we can't go there, yoke you up by the scruff of your neck and say, you know, you can't do that, you can't do this. But we're letting you know that you can't do these things, and if you proceed to do them, there's judgments that are gonna fall. Just like how the great acts happened in the time of Daniel, when the writings was on the wall.
Yep.
And that just come out of nowhere. That you gotta have the fear of the Lord to really understand, like, look, the Heavenly Father can let me do whatever I want, but at any moment he could just pop up and correct me and say, look, that ain't what I didn't tell you to do all that. Right? That's why it says in the book of Psalms, you know, about you Edomites, you so-called white man, the elite. Alright, some with a Rothschild Rockefeller, DuPont Gates, one down, that you believe you can do these things, alright, with your New World Order. But the Heavenly Father, because you think the Heavenly Father is at peace with you, but the reality of the situation, he isn't. Alright? He's allowing you to do this to fulfill prophecy.
And I've got something. You still got some more?
That's it on that one.
I've got a little bit more. I've got something here. This is Job 20 from 4. It says, knowest thou
And that's
not...
why I was going to quote as well,
Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. There's still some more. Yeah. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
Right. This man had basically been exalted to the heavens, man. You feel like you're that guy, you're the God on earth. And it's a crazy thing, because this is like fine social engineering, because you've done iconoclasm, you've presented the white God before your own people. You said all the greatest inventors or inventions were down to so-called white people. You basically said the Western world is due to white people. Everything in this world that's good is because of your people bringing it upon this earth.
Those false narratives.
And even I saw a real funny enough, where they were talking about the movie Cleopatra nearly bankrupt Sony, or one of them basic studios.
Oh, back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, like Colombia.
Colombia nearly got bankrupt. They had to
by
sell land basically, and they said they spent 50 million back then in the 50s or the 60s, whenever it came out, to bring out that movie. Now, when you adjust that to inflation, you know how much that is? 500 million. Could you ever imagine a film coming out costing 500 million? That's a lot of dough, you know. $500 million. That's crazy. I'm just thinking, like, a movie, like, what kind of, and I saw the way it looked. But that was done for the sole purpose of establishing an opulence. So when people go to Hollywood, and this is still, there's still remnants of that today. This is why you have, you know, Judah over there in America, like, oh, we're the greatest country ever. You know, we're the most dangerous. Everything there is in the world is the pinnacle. Like, there's what, like, niggas in Mexico cutting off heads and doing all kinds of stuff, but somehow you still think you're more dangerous. You know, like, it's Hollywood. Hollywood has made you, like, has walked reality, all right? And that's why, like, anyone sees Hollywood, it's like, yeah, man, the American dream, I want to go over there.
Yeah.
Because of the opulence, the way it's been presented. Not to say it ain't what it is, but remember, Babylon the Great is a deceptive, there's money there, there's things to do, but it's a deception. It's not, all that glares is not gold, it's a fool's gold. It ain't really what it's been made out to be. So Esau
It had to have its time to peak, innit?
that's it,
So
for it
obviously
to become where it is. But then, even back then, it wasn't even what it really was. They've always made it more than what it is. And I'm not trying to slight because it's Babylon the Great. But remember, the whole thing is Satan's paradise, and Satan's main tool is what? Deception. That's why they put in fucking $500 million into a movie, because they want you to believe that, you know, when we was in Egypt, we made Egypt this great. Do you know what I mean? We have this technology. You know, we have the
It's
phone.
funny, some of the biggest Hollywood movies were the historical timepieces.
Yeah, the period pieces.
Back then.
Yeah.
You had Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
You had, what was the other one?
Ben-Hur was a bad movie.
You had, what was the other one?
Ten Commandments.
10 Commandments. We had another one as well, Spartacus.
Yeah.
And then they put Esau as the, you know, the old school Hollywood actors.
Yeah.
And they put a lot of money into them.
Yeah.
They were called, what are they called? Epics. period pieces. Like 3-hour movies.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good.
But
Alexander.
they're the movies I remember.
They're
you
good,
know,
they're
you
good,
watch
man.
them when I was at my nan's house or some shit. And they were like good movies to watch, man, because you could watch it for like 3 hours and be like watching it from daytime to like
bro.
afternoon
And they'll
till
be
nighttime.
on in the afternoon.
Yeah. It'd be like nighttime.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
They took that
bad boy
serious
movies.
back then.
Yeah.
The films.
But that's the whole
It
thing.
pushed out a whole spirit as well.
That's it.
Because the thing with that is like it's still like the echoes of it exist till now.
Of course.
Because that's why people are like, oh, anytime there's a black fella in any like setting other than the hood, they're like, oh, you know, it's DEI, it's this, it's that. Because now it's like they've really brought into the mindset of Esau was the only one. Despite you go like already gone into revealed like the BBC put out as well about. Like it was globally put out about the original Brits. They said it was like dark skin.
Yeah.
They gave it like blue eyes, but it was like dark skin. So you think it's like what's going on there? Then Sesame Severus
Walking their perception, innit?
Yeah.
showing his Jakes, but then it's like still people are just like it's just wokeism.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, now they can't make a. I'm sorry. Now they can't make a biblical movie without putting a Jake in it. They can't do it anymore.
Well, even in that one, they had them as a slave, but they're still he had Cleopatra up there.
Right.
But even what I was gonna say,
Still got some more.
the point I was gonna say, man, damn iconoclasm.
The perception, Hollywood perception.
Yeah, because they'll say inventions like peanut butter. Okay. I have to look in, but I know that peanut, like, there's no, in my mind, I'm like, you guys like to make things like, because it was in America,
No, it was a Jake
you
that made
invented
that.
it.
Yeah.
But it existed
Oh,
before.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, even they try, I remember I seen on Convo, someone saying the first comb was found in America. I thought,
Bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
you know how retarded you sound?
No, but then even
Because
in the Middle Ages they had.
They had combs.
Exactly.
But that's what, because that's that, Jake will feed into that, them dunderhead Negroes, because they don't realize that what Esau's trying to imply is that, look, until you got under me was in slavery, that's when you learned how to do, you mimicked everything we was doing, and then you learned how to take care of yourself. That's when you made a comb. So you niggas with some picky-headed nappy-headed hoes back in Africa, just running around, mud huts,
That was what they
shitting,
said.
and
They
putting
said
mud
swinging on
together.
trees and all that shit.
Like, you don't realize what's going on.
Hygiene started with the Greeks.
There you go.
Come on, man.
So all that BS, like baths and all that type of
I
shit.
still got some more.
Right.
So it says, Job 20 and 5. It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which have seen him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and their hands shall restore their goods. And that's in a way happening now, because we're even seeing Edomites and other nations basically talking about Jake's oppression and etc. etc. You see that on social, you see that all over the place now. Back in the day, you wouldn't have heard that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Now you're seeing it. Why? Because we're at the end of Esau's world. Do you know that even civil rights, the civil rights movement opened the door for all nations to actually go to America outside of Edomites and actually get a piece of the American pie. But at the expense of who? Jake. The civil rights movement actually opened a lot of laws. If it weren't for Jake, a lot of nations couldn't have gone to America and prospered the way they did. You know? So that just shows you, but they will never have told you that unless you look stuff up yourself. That's the one, man. They'll never have told you that unless you look stuff up yourself. The civil rights movement opened up all, basically, off of Jake's oppression is how all these other nations have even prospered as well.
But that's why Judah's so upset, because they know that they basically open up the doors for a lot of people over there in America. Alright? And they really have. If it weren't for them, well, then even you really got to go to Gad, Issachar, and Reuben, because without them being slaves, it wouldn't have been no land for them to do none of that on. But it's a whole, this is why, these these times right here is where he's gonna.
It's over with, bro. It's like you can't avoid
Yeah.
that brothers always talk about it, buoyancy, you know, like the truth, like that the buoy, you can't keep a buoy down, innit? It flies back up. So it's the same thing. It's like with the truth, there's only so long you can fucking suppress reality.
It's obvious as well. The reason the discussion around like race and all these things happen is because it's evident there's a grievance there. It's like Esau got away with some crime
With everyone.
and it's like everyone realized like, yo, it's like people say, oh, why are you always talking about that? But then it's like, why is it that you're doing things, you're seeking to please the poor?
Right.
Because why you realize like you've done some fuckery. The thing is as well is like go through history, there's always a bounce back now. There's always a counter force to which when they thought everything was good, they thought it was going to maintain, forever. It was just going to keep and stay in that spirit of everything being blissful. But then everyone realizes after a while, there's, it chips away. The luster fades. That's the thing is now that there was that period of time when everything seemed like money was unlimited, possibilities were unlimited. Motherfuckers were coming over, broke as hell, couldn't even speak the language. Then like within 10, 15 years, they'll be millionaires.
Yeah.
Like that was possible. Now it's cooked. Now you go, you're born in the country, but then it's like you go get your education, you go get a job. And you're like, damn, life. Get a house ain't a car, ain't gonna get shit. And then they're thinking like, damn, all these then that's really when all these grievances come up. Paying off when. And what about us? Trying to talk about migrant hotels. I was like, bro, that was bought in 1999. Blair brought that in. Like 2000.
Busy fucking so ain't he? Think about
said to tell you, you've been a busy little bastard. He said to him, he's been a busy little bastard.
And he had, bro, the fucking Blairs, like, if you look at it, the strings behind the fucking, the puppet master is basically Tony Blair. He's into law and then used this thing to create a whole thing, and now he's popped back up. I told you guys from before, we need a brick card, this is the solution. You created it, man. You created
they knew
problem.
Tony Blair was like, after the Iraq war, Tony Blair was like a ruthless tool for them. To this day.
Legendary, there's still there's still to this day, like I'm like, bro, it's like this man I talk to, they were just like, yeah, the best one is like Tony Blair, like no, but Tony Blair, but that's my boy. I'm like fucking up. I was like, man, because he gave you EMA, is that it, bro? That's
He's
what
got
it
a
costs.
lot, but he's got clout, Tony Blair.
£30 a week. And then like, that's your boy for the rest. But then that's
really will go in college to get £30.
But that's the thing, it's like people really weren't going college or uni before. Yeah. So I think they said before, it's like most people just hit 16, finish school, and then just go work.
Get trades and.
But then even then, it's like you could do that and then get a car, get a house, get whatever.
£50 a day doing bricklaying.
Well, bro, do you know that
you would have made a lot more money?
No, but what they did with the school thing as well, I was thinking about it because remember, years back, degrees and school wasn't just open to anyone.
Nah, it weren't. Nah.
Then all of a sudden they opened it to anyone from fucking a Hackney corner block to go to a university.
My mum got a degree when, like, my mum...
When it weren't popular type of thing.
And even the type of work she done isn't like the run-of-the-mill. Like, she was a civil servant.
Bro, the thing is, to get in there before, you had to really go in. Or you knew people and stuff like that.
Same with my dad as well. It was like building systems. Like, you don't get those jobs. Like, you ain't going to do a degree in fine art.
Now they've opened degrees to anyone. It was a ploy, but before, why? You want to know why? Because once they did that as well, is that it takes you away from being self-sufficient.
Yep.
A lot of people, like you said, when they finish school, they were just self-sufficient. I'm going to make money. They'll buy their house by the time they're 30.
Well, 24,
24, whatever. You know what I mean? People are more self-sufficient. That took all of that away.
But I think it's again, the tool of it all goes back to that bitch Thatcher, man.
Oh, Maggie, yeah.
Maggie fucked up everything. Because all them industries that you'd be going into, she made them disintegrate.
Took that all away.
So then it was like, really, what kind of, the main fields like in London was like in the UK, was like finance, all the things you kind of need a degree to go into. And then obviously IT picked up over the course of like the 90s to 2000s as well. But then, you know, that completely shifted the economy and really had people in a completely different mindset than before.
Well, last week you had that woman, 2 weeks ago, remember that there was that old lady from Sheffield.
Yeah.
Sheffield was a steel city.
Yeah.
They were big into steel. So people had now when you go up to a lot of towns outside of England, a lot of the people are just through. They're unemployed. They're on drugs.
Yeah,
You get it? Because that was all from the Maggie era.
Yeah.
It destroyed their industry.
That's the
Drove
thing,
them
it's
to
like,
alcoholics
it used to be like you'll come back into the same, like whatever your family business, whether it's building, could be coal mining, could have been any of those things. Then it was like generational, and then it keeps the town alive as well.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, it's like even the local towns, even in London, where you used to have like the little local towns where there'll be a local corner shop, a chippy or whatever, there'll be a bread factory or whatever, like there'll be little things like localized to the community. But then after a while, a lot of those, they just shut down. It was unsustainable. You see, it's like, it used to be, it's like a big Tesco gets made, or big fucking Safeway or whatever the fuck, then everyone's going there because it's cheaper, then all the little local things shut down.
No one's going to the pea shop no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you say, yeah, like that, yeah, you know what a pea shop is?
Was that cheaper shops, isn't it?
No. Certain racial ethnicity.
Yeah.
Or the okay.
Yeah, that's what they used to call it.
Oh, yeah,
Remember?
of course.
Going to the
Ding
pea
ding,
shop.
you know.
Yeah.
299.
So I remember just saying that like as a kid,
That was
like
a
5, 6
fucking
years old,
yeah.
like it was normal. Then it was only after it was like, oh yeah, no, you should say that.
Yeah. But that's the point, bro. All the industry got taken away. So now, and the thing is, bro, and so it's easy for the pawns to blame each other.
Yeah.
That's what we're into now. That's what all this chaos
That's
is.
the thing, it's like with social media as well, like you can just point to any event that happens and be like, oh, see, look, it's all these. And you have
Margaret
to think-
Thatcher destroyed the working class.
Legendarily.
Crushed the working class, bro. Margaret
And it
Thatcher.
was intentional.
Of course.
It looks like next is race wars, man. Because now there's with the working class, they're dividing everyone amongst each other. So everyone's looking at, you know, versus migrants today. Tomorrow it may be like you fucking package.
Yeah, exactly.
You fucking
It is.
you, like that's where it's gonna go. And then that's gonna create a whole new problem whereby
Maybe you can put it in
that's gonna create a whole new problem whereby, you know, people may die, people, you know, there may be an event, wherever it may be.
Let one person get stomped out in the street or something, then you're gonna have a back and forth.
Remember, children and men. You had everything that was happening. Children and men is happening now.
Yeah.
And do you remember?
Gearing up towards that as
And
well.
you remember, you had all that community. They were marching in the street with their banners.
Yeah.
Remember, in the children and men. And remember a few months back when the little attack, that was beginning. Remember you had that little bubbling of race attacks in this country, and Elam and Bolton were going nuts. All them Bolton, Elamites.
Well, that's
Those
a
videos
mission.
got videos of the back and forth.
Yeah, they were going nuts, bro.
This is a crazy thing because there's different towns and places and different strongholds for races. So you got like, you know, like what you call it? Middlesbrough, Leicester. What's this other place up north? Yorkshire, near Yorkshire.
Yeah,
Bradford.
Bradford.
Bradford, like
Well, but you
another
see,
stronghold.
Bradford is more Elam.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
It's a
like
stronghold for them.
Yeah.
Like Esau's like under Manners there. Like basically, them man got their shops open 24 hours. The brother's been up and down through there. They're under Manners there because that's a stronghold of.
Yeah.
But guess what? Bradford traditionally was, before Elam, it was more English people. It was when Elam was coming to England during that Windrush era, they were going to them towns. You get me? So they built strongholds from day.
A lot of them, like, is where they were just shipped off to.
So them other
Living
out.
in shit hole.
Yeah, they had nothing. They were factory workers, but Elam built strongholds in this country. But out in the small other towns outside it, they hate them. Like they ease. So they're gearing up for a great battle, bro.
You got that?
Precept. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters shall be brought low.
Yeah, the grind being brought low, that's really the thing that is kind of the big insight into it. Of Babylon the Great especially, able to make the lifestyle. That's like, and it extends to her as well, the mother of the beast. Because why? It's like in America, it's like what the American dream, and that really mindset. It was the British Empire. They were like, part of the empire. So then we, like the Windrush generation, Eli and whatnot coming over. Well, we're part of this empire. So we owe some aspect of it. But then, now over time, it's like of growth and development don't exist. People that are born in the country, they're through. So that grinding being brought down, that's the big point to look at. Because similar thing with Rome as well. You go back to ancient Rome. It's like people, the facing of the currency, the nonsense wars, people losing, like they would have had inheritances, but they would have lost the inheritances because there was campaigns. It was all to fuck with it. And then people would just be like, hey, yo, fuck that. I'm just gonna walk with it. And then man was just like, step. Like, there was all them back and forths. And 6 for the salary for a year. For most people, it's like them jobs are gone. The fucking of UAE
of America, Babylon the Great is this cult establishment. Alright, that's why it sends to the world. Because they don't have the same level like Michael make people faint. Human people just falling back. But now it ain't like that no more. Alright, we was the last where's the last megastar you had come out of America? Alright, in the last decade. They ain't no one. There's barely anyone that's coming out of there because the doors and music are being brought low.
Down,
yeah,
movies are shit.
They're just redoing movies all over again. But the thing is, and this is where people get it wrong, because this is what the penny hasn't dropped yet for them, because you got so much a back rate. You don't realize that it's not that time no more. It's gone. We're in the new era.
It's momentum.
That's it. You've lost because you
don't
don't
realize.
realize.
Like a train, like let the engine shut off.
Yeah, that's
the train's
it.
gonna
It's
keep
still
going on the tracks.
Yeah, but
and that's how a lot of these things are. What came out? Fantastic Four, iteration of it. Superman. It's like as far as for like big original movies. Even the next film that what's his face is doing, like Chris Nolan, he's like does big original movies. His next film is The Odyssey, which is a classic. That's not even a new story. That's one of the oldest stories ever.
And this is the thing, when I think we're living in the style right now. Because when I think about movies, it's like now I appreciate something like, which is crazy to say, Miami Vice, the TV series from the 80s. Now I appreciate stuff like Heat, like the way it was shot, like the cinematography. There's some
because movies are shit now.
Pulp Fiction, all these different movies, you can go back and read.
You can still watch them.
How did you do that? Do you know what I mean? Because now it ain't what it was before.
That's why they did a lot of those films with little to no budget.
There you go.
Yeah.
But it was the creativity was better.
It was like putting in slow-mo, putting in martial arts. It was a big influence. This kind of film you could really say that did that is like made Avengers. Like that's probably the last big film. I went to see it.
It was big,
but even that is like just redoing of the comics. And the comics have been around since fucking World War II, man. Like them characters are old as fuck. But then it was just bringing it on. But it's the same, it's like in music as well. There's a lot of sample. It's like even with music and then like 60s music and whatnot. But then it's like a lot of hair just like a cover. A song that I it's just a cover. They ain't even really added anything. The modern like
Sound.
sounds or whatever. Sounds
So,
or whatever.
yeah, under the sun. So it really shows you where we're at in his kingdom. We're at the time of the end. Again, like the brother said, that's a good analogy with the momentum. The engine is switched off, but the train is still moving. You ever realize, because the train's still moving, you feel like you're still going somewhere. No, the engine's off. It's off. We're not going nowhere. It's finished. It's done. All right? And this is why the things like the brick card is coming in. 2020 was a pivotal moment in time. All right? Because that set the tone going forth. It was presented before the people with the WEF, which is the World Economic Forum, where they basically spoke about the decade of change, all right? And that was in line with Agenda 2030, right? Bringing a pivotal change into different things they said leading up to that time to deal with singularity, the merge, these different things with AI and things like that. These cherries out and put them in your girlfriend's mouth. You think that we're still doing these on the fucking wires? Yeah. You think we're shit, that's a hard shit.
Chris Brown, he's cloned. It's not the same guy, isn't it? Apparently. Same like a Jake back when he.
But that's the industry yourself. What it is. Like, it's up to the elites. Like, partaking ritual. Guys are up in banners doing free witchcrafts and wicked side religious observation. That's what they're into.
And this time the dirt that's the luminaries. Have you noticed like dehumanized? Like,
Oh, man.
it's funny because I yeah, he's cloned.
He ain't the Fresh Prince.
Because the way I remember him growing up is, you know that you know how Jake talked like trying to look sexy and cool, you know, too smoothly. Yeah, you know, I got a couple things going on. I said, oh shit, he's like, he really is acting like Carlton. I said, and they were saying, you know, the time when he was in jail, when he turned into C-Note.
Yeah.
He's really C-Note in real life, that's what they're saying. So, but the point is, you had him break down, you've had, who else has come out and basically, a lot of the people you grew up with, Dame Dash right now is going outside.
Yeah.
Diddy, I never rated him, but most of these men, I didn't rate them like, I wasn't trying to, you know, emulate them. But these are people that were, you know, somewhat
Especially
revered amongst
in
They're
Jake.
icons, isn't it? They're
Yeah.
icons, man.
in America
They're
especially.
icons, bro.
Because like as far as like the black Americans, because they're so fruit, they're just like any kind of success is like black excellence. They would hold us as some kind of like
You
they
got,
deify them.
you Jake's got a whole different level of black excellence when you deal with the inventors, the people
Exactly,
that fought
but
against
they
slavery.
don't wanna- they don't
like,
wanna-
I don't want to hear about no rap. Nas is my favorite. I don't care about no
Yeah, but the
fucking
thing is,
Nas.
that's too
I
much
ain't
to-
putting him over no Jack Johnson or no one like that. Do you know what I mean? Them man were doing some real, like, if I could be in the era, that's how I'd like to move.
Iconic shit.
Yeah, I'm coming here. Take $100. I'm coming back around with my white woman. Like, I'm gonna show you something. Like, that's how I would have been. That's how I'd like to be. But you niggas have got this black culture in your head, your brain dead, man.
Which Esau gave them.
That's it.
They're
I'm
far.
not-
Jake is far gone from the fighting spirit
That they had
of the
once.
70s and 60s.
And you see the one in Chicago where they had them two Jakes.
Yeah.
They were talking on a TV show,
Yeah.
and they were saying, "Big white people."
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The way they were talking, I was like, "That's that same Chicago spirit that they got today, but it's being diverted to the wrong place, basically." But they had that spirit where they're like, "Fuck y'all," and that's why you had movements like the El Rukin and all these different people that came out those gangs before, because there's a whole different thing going on.
Yeah.
It's circling the drain. This ain't the same place right now no more.
Precept.
Go ahead,
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. because thou hast rejected knowledge, I also will reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children.
And even with that as well, it's what Jake really clinging on to is this system. And then that's where the trap lies. The trap lies in the system. Because you're like honoring people will go and listen to anyone that's like a millionaire or whatever. Like, oh, these guys know what they're talking about. These guys have got something to say. But then you don't realize these guys are supreme witches and warlocks. You're looking up to them like, oh, I want to attain what they have attained. You don't know what it takes.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of them will go through and then and do what it takes to get there, and then destroy themselves. They'll be bugged out, man.
Yeah.
And then even with that, it's not permanent. There's those where it's like they'll get up there, then after a while, they'll decay. They'll fall out of favor. They might run out of money. They might make a certain amount, and then just like the bugged out things they have to do, they're just fucked up in the spirit. But that's really, in reality, that's the fullness of it. Like a lot of them,
Like Dame Dash now is like, you know, he's an icon and all that, but the chessboard runners took Jay-Z and took him to another level and cut Dame completely off. There's only a certain
Jay's
level.
a piece of shit, man.
So
The people that run the chessboard took him to a higher level.
Yeah.
So that he can't get near him. So that's why, you know, he's a bit obviously pissed at that as well.
Yeah.
And they control the game, so they can block him from things and all that. But what he's another annoyed is as well is that, you know, Dame, you see him, he's annoyed at a lot of the fact that his own people don't support him.
Yeah.
Connected straight to
They're all
yours.
part, it's all, you know.
Just run it up, isn't it?
But that's the
thing
game,
is,
man.
that's the game
You're
you're in,
running
bro.
up yours.
That's the
With
game
a
you're
lot
in.
of them, what they don't rate, it's funny because I've discussed this with people and like I reason with, and I said where like people like Diddy, Dame, all these different people, where they fucked up is they didn't create their own infrastructure away from the powers that be. They didn't set something up. Like, and I'm saying obviously it's the prophecy anyway. Like, I'm not gonna say like you can trust
They control
the
the
Most High.
thing is, you see Diddy, even this whole Diddy scandal and all that. I heard as well. I was looking at something else. It was like he wanted a bigger alcohol deal.
Yeah.
So the powers that be were like, fuck that. You ain't letting this guy. It's like Kanye West. Kanye West wanted a bigger deal regarding his clothing, but they weren't allowing that. Why? Because the people that run the chessboard ain't letting you get up on their level. Why the fuck would they let a P Diddy build his own infrastructure? There's their chessboard, man.
Yeah.
The Lord gave them the power. They're the kings of the chessboard.
And that's how they underpin everything. Like the reason they have governments like under their sway is because why? Give me power over a country's money. I care not who makes the laws.
It's a
they know
big
you
game,
get to
brother.
a certain echelon, then like no one can even check you like that.
Well, this is it's funny because I told you about this and you told me. But I've binged on fucking Better Call Saul because I finished the last season of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I finished the last season, so I watched the Better Call. I said, let me watch a prequel. But what I realized is it really gave me an insight into money and power, two different things, yeah? Because basically what Gus Fring was doing, he basically had someone work on the inside of his opposition, and for them to make it look believable that the guy weren't snitching for his greater plan to play out, you had to lose like $1 million on one deal, you had to lose about 20 workers. Like, it was like things you're like, if you care about money and not power, it'd be like, right, it'd be insufferable to do. But because he had a greater play of mind to establish more power, more pull, he said, right, let them take the million, let them take the people, we'll take care of the people, let them do, because it's a power play. And it really shows you the Illuminate one, they're doing things on a ground level here that someone that thinks about money or things like that will think, but why would you do that though? That doesn't make no sense. You lose money. You're not winning. But there's a greater plan of play. They got a power play. They're trying to sink their claws in to a point where we control everything. You can't do nice unless we say so. And that's a whole different level of power. Because now, like we're saying with Diddy Dame, like they could make a city or they could, you know, empower certain people like the Godfather. Okay, I'm gonna have you become a doctor. You're gonna establish this hospital over there. Like we're gonna work our way into infrastructure and society to a point where now we have so much pull within these free states or this side of the country that now we're a force to be reckoned with. But if you ain't got, what's going on is like, Esau's got that under lock and key for hundreds of years. When you deal with Albert Pike and what the agenda was with the free gold war. These are all things that were by design. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, bro. That's right, bro. Basically, if you control them, then, no, like you said, it's they're the kings of the chessboard, man. That's basically it, pretty much. You know? There ain't no getting around this system until Yahweh Shai brings it down. That's it. There's no loophole to win here. You know? There's gonna be no, you can't build an empire. Jake can't have an empire where Esau's ruling. It don't work like that. Like, you know, two kings can't sit on the same throne, bro. That's why, but Yahweh Shai's got to bring Esau down because they got it. If it's a carnal thing, Esau's got it lock, stock, block, bro. Exactly.
That's the thing is that like when you engage with Esau 6, it's all carnal.
Yeah.
You're really the only means of trying to do things is through carnal. I read this, Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon.
Yeah, meaning that the people that drank of her wine are who? Like all the nations outside of America, outside of the UK, the people they've done them deals with for years. You know, the people that they've had in their pockets. They're angry now, man. Basically, or what you call the lesser nations. And over time, while Esau was living high on the hog, as they say, high on the lamb, yeah. Guess what? Those other nations were slowly building up. They were building up to the point now where they got power on earth. They got the same weapons as Esau. They got the same. Their economies. A lot of them nations, their structures are better than Esau's. Have you seen what Malaysia looks like? Malaysia and this country. This shit is it's cleaner, it's safer, their metro system's better, you can get better standards of living. This shit is like, so they slowly built up. Let the weak say I'm strong, and they're mad at the past underhanded shit that the West has done to them.
Now they can actually stand like resistance.
They can talk back now.
Yeah.
Like you even had I Show Speed, you know I Show Speed. He went to the
That's a super nigga, right?
Yeah,
there.
he went to the
He can do everything.
he went to the place where they created. There was a museum, for a bomb museum of America, and the lady showed him Fat Man and Little Man, and said these are the bombs that ended World War II, right? And you see it, and it showed the American flag from that time and all that. But guess what? Those people, those Japanese, they haven't forgotten about that. They actually showed a replica of the bombs that they dropped. They ain't forgotten about that, man. They still commemorate the deaths of those people. They didn't look at it like it was this ended World War II. They looked at it like you just fucked up our country, man.
And that's why they got reparations, because they didn't forget about it. They said you killed our people.
Yeah. And America for generations did not even acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Look, they painted the narrative we ended World War II, whereas to them it's like, bro, you destroyed our people. People don't forget, bro. Blood. Civilians.
It's like St. Kelso.
There's paradise locations there, bro.
And even you had Khalees was talking about, I see her on YouTube, on Instagram, she's talking about top 5 countries in Africa. And even like in Kenya and different places. I've seen them come up over the recent years. They look good.
Show is a lie to what they're doing.
That's it.
See, because while they've told you the world is poor, etc., they places as paradises.
Yeah.
They go to
South Africa, man. He's fucking that in South Africa. The temple's over here.
They don't want to.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. He actually lives out with the head. He's like the head of the Rosicrucian order. I know in the UK, so I know that goes over a lot of jurisdictions. You know what I'm saying? He's like top dude. He lives out in South Africa. That's in my picture, a bit more smiling out there. Don't really get much of him, but you know what I mean?
It's funny because one girl I know as well, she said her brethren moved to Kenya. But then now when I see what Kenya looks like, I'm like, I get why she moved over there. It looks like a paradise, man. You know, you can go down, you know, the coastline over there looks like Zanzibar. You know, the white bloody sands, the clear waters.
What's going on there, yeah?
Organized crime. Organized crime. It says stronghold, fighting organized crime.
I seen like loads of convoys, traffic plans, Range Rovers, lightning, so there's all kind of shit going on right now. This is a false flag season, man. Children and men season right now, man. This is it, man. They're gonna start ramping this up, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're in that time right now. They're pushing that digital ID hardcore. Y'all getting tripped out because you're talking about all this petition. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man.
But that petition ain't gonna do shit.
They ain't gonna do nothing. They're talking about, oh, wow, there's 2 million, 3 million. Bro, how many people are in the UK?
Yeah.
What you said, man?
I said 10 million.
Right.
Like, really.
That still ain't gonna do nothing. That mean they ain't gonna stop it. They're just controlling. They're controlling who the money being these rebellion. That's why it's a government petition. It's on the government, but it's linked to the government. The monitoring is doing that. He's rebelling. So now you signed yourself up as a rebel for this NWO. That's exactly what y'all have signed yourself up for. Y'all have said, look, man, we're letting it declaring that we're really you're the team. I gotta use a different word for that now. I used to say the T-bar, but I can't say that anymore. That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
T-bar.
Yeah. Man cut that out because of Jesus. Yeah.
But that used to sound, it was alright because you know what happened? It was John Jones was fighting Cormier. Right? Cormier said, Cormier got out of character. Because John Jones always got in his head. He wanted to beat John Jones so bad, right? So then he got in his head so much, he went, oh man, fuck that nigga. You know what John Jones did, man? John Jones flipped that. John Jones flipped that on his ass and said, so almost done, man. Yeah?
John Jones flipped that.
And he said, really? The N-bomb?
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that.
That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But I said the T, but I got to change it. What you call it, man? What's your one?
T-era.
T-era. T-era.
This is like
T-ranch. Oh no, yeah, ranch sauce. So yeah, man. So basically, they're ready for them teas. That's what's going to be going on.
Like even with that thing that happened on Yom Kippur, that's like what brother's been saying. It looks like a whole joke, man. But it's funny, it's a spirit because it was right after R1. So hey, you could definitely take their Day of Atonement, didn't you?
Okay.
Yeah. No. Like, no, we didn't do nothing. We kept, Yom Kippur.
Oh, you mean the
feast
day?
Day.
Their Day of Atonement. We had our Day of Atonement. Their Day of Atonement. We had our Day of Atonement.
They had their one after our Day of Atonement.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you cook the guy's name?
Bro, his name was the most GMO name I've ever heard in my life, bro.
Something had in it.
Yeah, it's the word that they have in the Raven for it.
Oh shit.
Beginning with a J. Yeah.
No way.
That's his first name, bro. I was like, they said other names you refer. I was like, this is the most GMO shit I've ever seen in my life.
Y'all see them small hats coming out. Y'all gotta understand the elites of small hats. So the NWO is really them trying to protect that small group of 1% of small hats. Basically, man, they're making it anybody that's an enemy of them. That's what it is, man. That's what it is, and that's why you got them over in that land. You know that that's them. The elites of them.
Same tactics.
Rockefellers, Rothschilds, they're small. So that's them. So they gotta basically like label everybody.
You even dare come against them in any even talk. Because that's the thing, it's like in the US it was what's his name? Netanyahu was saying, oh, certain people are saying certain things online, then they'll get pulled up on them. And that's like, in America, that's not even a thing. Over here, it's whatever, they've been doing it for a minute. But that's not even been a thing in America, and now they're making it. But I'll read this just on the point. Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that ye have taken against Edom, and his purposes that ye have purposed against the inhabitants of Timor. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
Yeah, the Lord's using the small axe to bring all this about. That's what it means, the least shall draw them out. So also in the Albert Pike letter, pretty much they said that they're going to use religions at war to bring about that whole thing, this New World Order, Christians versus Muslims and all that kind of stuff. So now you got the flaggers, right? They're flagging now, gangbanging, throwing the George crosses, right? They're saying that they're Christians, they're not. And then you got the Muslims on the other side, those cats, you know, but that's what the war is. Basically, white guys all in Europe, all of a sudden they become Christians overnight versus Muslims.
Even in the States as well,
it's the same
like
thing.
The whole Trump MAGA movement, now they're just putting the Christian thing, even with whatever his name, Charlie Kirk's wife, I can't remember her name, Erica, I think, or whatever. They've kind of pushed that whole vibration in, and that's the thing, is like you say, it's an old plan. It's like decades, century-old plan, man, to basically bring in that dichotomy, and then really the thing that has been the political thing that's been the tension is what? Israel-Palestine.
100%. And that, you know what, that whole Christian thing that they're using, that they're saying the Christians, right, is when you watch The Handmaid's Tale, it's the same type of thing. But behind closed doors, they would do all kinds of shit. Yeah. So that's what they're coming painting like, we're good white people. What's that scripture say? Satan shall transform himself into an angel of light. That's what they're doing. Or we're good Christians. Y'all worship Mercury. Y'all worship Venus. Y'all worship Saturn.
Penises.
Y'all worship Cupid. Y'all worship the goddess Nike. Right? We got it out there in the London Bank of England. It's laid with the god Mercury all in there. Why is that, man? Because that's who they worship. So all of y'all are going, man. They're all about motherfucking his whole cabinet, Epstein, all that shit. It's all out there on these individuals. So they're saying that we're good Christians. We want to stop LGBT, and it come out that another thing that I seen. I think I was trying to push with this one. I seen some posting it. It was like it was all 3 members of his Congress, or that same party, right? They're saying they're against it, but they were dressed up as drag. So what's up with that, man? Y'all really thought they ain't getting down like that? These guys are getting down like that. They're doing it and the most. Right? They're getting down. They're really getting down like that. Cross-dressing. All those congressmen, they're in the Illuminati. They're in the part of the Freemasons. The Illuminati. Let's just say the Illuminati. And they're getting involved in all of that. That's what to these gods, right? Let's read.
This is Psalms 55, verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yeah, change. Whatever they all got a slogan. Yes, we can change. Yeah, Starmer's got his slogans of build back better. So who's that now? Because Boris had his slogan. Yeah. Right? Boris Johnson had his slogan. Who else? What was that? Because that was like yesterday. Rishi, he was just like yesterday. That was
crazy. Was there for a minute. It's actually
times changed so much. It's so crazy, bro. The Starmer era, it was just risky. Just the other day, you had Boris. That's when shit was kind of like before the times just changed. Now we're in the children of men era completely, bro. This is it. This is crazy.
It just kicked in.
Right. It just kicked in.
They were just like, okay, we're passing a law. Hold that.
Right.
That's actually crazy.
And y'all thought Keir Starmer he always come across timid, right? When he was getting bullied in towns, you're not gonna get in there. And
You
all
get
that.
out of my park.
Right, remember all
Yeah,
that?
man was. I don't want him drinking in my
The
park.
fucking park. Right,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden now he's like, well, you couldn't get that ID. Whether you like it. Look how he's
Like,
crashing
you wanna
out.
what? You
Yeah.
want a job?
See, that's what they come across like they ain't like that, but really they're demons, man. They were having when everyone was in lockdown, they were having the vomit parties. And then Boris Johnson came out and acted like, oh, I'm so sorry, we didn't mean to. What do you mean you didn't? They knew exactly what they were doing. The politicians, they know exactly what they're doing, they're all in it. They're doing the most, they're slagging the common folk up. Okay? They're doing sacrifices, man.
That's the thing. It's like the elite is doing all kind of wickedness, like behind closed doors.
Right.
It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
They got statues of these gods like Mercury and that in England, in the countryside, in chiefly estates. I've seen them. These naked gods.
Yeah.
I've seen them. I'm gonna do a video on them, Lord, when you ain't seen. Yeah, I have. I've seen them. Just because you ain't seen them, boy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that Stratford does. Nah. You can't, because of course you can't see, because you ain't got the eye self. Punk bitch. Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Bruce Lee, man, you know what I mean? He crashed out, remember that? Because he had tired of racism and shit.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? Remember Bruce Lee and shit?
Yeah, dragging us up.
Let's go. Right. That's how you get, man. You know what I mean? When you cheat up. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, but war was in his heart.
Boy, but war was in his heart. You can get the IDs. What did he say? No matter, you see, the way he dropped that, he was cold.
Oh.
He didn't give a damn what he thought. All these, you think the government is how that when you petition against the ID?
So, bro, was that shit ever what? Bro, you know, I remember the Iraq War. There were men camping outside, outside Parliament for like years. Every year the war was on, there were men out there campaigning, and that didn't stop the war for shit. There's a lot of things where it's like people are, I remember after the 2008 financial crash, they were saying, they need to arrest all the bankers that fucked up the economy. And then, no one ain't done shit. Like, people really think they have a say within the society. But when it comes down to it, as soon as the elite are, we're pushing forward with this, all that goes out the window.
Right. Yeah, there's a club at the top. And they don't give a they don't really care what you say. They've got an agenda. The point is they've got an agenda that they want to execute, that have been wanting to execute. You know what I'm saying? I remember there's a clip online with Evelyn Rothschild saying that a lot of these politicians nowadays are fucking weak. He said that they were weak. They're not like the old timers. I think he mentioned Churchill, or did he mention Churchill?
I didn't.
Or did he not? He probably didn't mention that guy. I can't remember who mentioned. But he said they're weak compared to the ones of his day. Because he they're into those old admiral type. You know what I mean? He goes like
military kind of men, yeah.
right. That old school Britain spirit, you know. The old school politicians and shit. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, but war was in his heart. His
That's
words.
why you've had Blair keep mentioning that. They keep talking about Blair. Why do they keep pushing his name out there? Because he's not been in the office for ages, and he got stick. He fucked things up, and he always looked worried and all that. But really, don't give a damn. Remember that he used to always look worried, like mess things up. Well, he's the dark lord of Satan. He's got that look too. He actually looks like he looks a bit like Mr. Burns, doesn't he? He actually looks a bit the boy because he's part of that shit. He sits down and drinks with the elites. You know, he does. He sits down and drinks with them elites. There's videos on that online. Where's the proof? But you know, at this time, we don't really care what a lot of these scoffers are gonna say. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Dudes like that, man.
Innit? Creepy ass. Gigabytes.
It's coming out of an unmarked car. You know, but what they just did, like.
Right, that satanic delayed reaction. You know, like that. You know, like Jacob's got.
Yeah, that's how I was thinking of Jacob as well. Because they were coming with so much energy, they were just like, we weren't even trying to, we weren't even having that, bro.
That's crazy. That's satanic delayed response. Like a switch does, but his response is delayed, but he's calculated, it's crazy. Because I think that the common folk, they move fast because they're lab rats. They move too fast. That's why they don't think. They're rushing to the next game. There was football on today.
Yeah.
There was football on. Rushing to, you know. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah, he's coming with a change solution. Look, man, this brick car. And they're saying they might not even call it that. Well, they weren't calling it that before. They had other names for it, like even this year, right? And then pretty much, because this went before he come out and said this, bro. I already did videos on this shit early at the start of this year. I talked about this shit. I went to the government website and I was like, look, they got this coming in. They're saying it's coming out in June. All of a sudden now, he said, spoke on it. Everybody, all of a sudden, got something to say. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I think they even said Tony Blair's son, he's the one that's developing the app that's going to run the whole brick card thing.
Oh yeah?
I think his company's called Multiverse, and he's in charge of running it.
Okay. Hey, alright.
This is Revelation chapter 12.
And you know what, bro? Listen, man. We know these things have got to come. You know, the Lord said that the word shall not go back unto me void. Read.
Revelation 12:12. Therefore
I
rejoice.
don't want to get that, you know, my friend.
Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Yeah, the devil comes down onto you having great wrath because he knows that you have a short time. That's why they're crashing out like this. And you know what, man? Before, you know, for a couple of years, we've been seeing so much stuff involving the chariots and so-called UFOs that you wouldn't believe. NASA clips coming up, NASA cutting UFO feeds. Why is all that happening? And they ain't gonna tell you about that, but they okay, let's talk. Y'all want to know? The elites been watch UFOs. We got the one that just went to the spirit world, Philip. Yeah. The Queen's, right? He used to do it.
Oh, Prince Philip.
Prince Philip. So does Charles. Philip had he said he was obsessed, he was fascinated with these chariots. That was all he used to do. That was his pastime. He had his personal telescope looking in that sky of UFOs. But remember all that time when everyone was being called lunatic. Not job, you're fucking kidding.
Bro, you will get laughed out of the room, like
Right.
you mentioned that.
All this fucking time. You're off your tin, mate.
Yeah. So, oh, you talking about UFOs?
Yeah, they'll do it like that, isn't it? Like, to make you really, like, feel like you're out of your head and you start doubting yourself.
Yeah, but then as soon as the US comes out, the Pentagon talks about it, everyone's like, yeah, about them UFOs.
Right.
Yeah, fucking hell, mate. You see that footage?
And they're still doing those UFO conferences up in the Congress and shit.
Yeah, that's a bit, it's been going on.
Yeah. And then all that time, right, you got, what's his, my man, Philip that just passed, right? This cat, he's been checking out UFOs the whole goddamn time, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Recent.
The whole time, all this fucking time, man. So everyone's been getting called tinfoilers. And then the king of the country, Queen's husband, he's been studying into that the whole time. And actually, it said before the Queen passed, she was into it her whole life as well. Imagine that. Can you believe that, man? The hypocrisy behind that. So all y'all that have been laughing and joking, bro, the elite, the Queen and country has been into UFOs the whole fucking time, but y'all have been mocking brothers that be getting into that. But see, that's why we know things that the average man don't know, that the elites know. Right? Read.
This is Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 2. Thus saith Yahweh Shai, learn not the way of the heathen, and be dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Learn not the way of the heathen, right? And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. That's the chariots, UFOs. So y'all want to come in now, like y'all know about, you knew about the lockdowns and all this, like these overnight truthers, they just knew about this good. But do you know about the UFOs though? Do you know that so-called black man is coming out of them chariots? Let's talk that. You can, since you knew all that, what can you do with this? Part of the prophecy, man. Because that ain't the lockdowns and the trip ain't the only prophecy.
Yeah.
And martial law, now everyone's an expert on it, because you see it. And TikTok and all good. But guess what? Do you know about the chariots then? Do you know what's going to happen? We're going to come out with some chariot scriptures so y'all know out there, motherfuckers, man. We're going to come out with all that shit, all that good shit, man. We're going to come out with that shit.
The spooky shit, man.
Spooky shit, man.
Power.
Spiritual powers, man. Jake 2.0. We going to get souped up, man. How y'all going to do with that? How y'all, you know what I'm saying? How they gonna deal with that shit, Loke?
They ain't gonna deal with it.
Go ahead. Nah.
It says, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Yeah, they don't know what to do. And they said that on their networks, man. That's a hard interview to find, yeah. And it was a Jim Kimmel show, whatever his name is. He interviewed Obama about UFOs, he interviewed Bush about UFOs, and he interviewed Monica Lewinsky.
Oh,
Kennedy? No.
Clinton.
Clinton.
Oh, Clinton, yeah.
Right? Clinton. So he interviewed Clinton about them UFOs, right? And Clinton said, look, man, that's about Area 51 and all that shit. Basically, that's all BS.
Yeah, that's what I got.
But he said that basically the real thing you want to be thinking about ain't no Area 51 and what they got in there. If you got some dissecting, been able to put an angel in a chokehold and all that. That's BS. They got no beings out of UFOs, put them in a chokehold and tied them to a bed. You know how stupid that's?
Cutting them open, man.
Right.
Come on, bro.
So tied them to a bed. Why do they all have to be tied? Right. You know what I'm saying? That's BS. He said what you really got to worry about is just them UFOs are coming in peace.
Yeah.
He said, "Are you worried?" He said, "Yeah, we don't know what they're on." So they're watching them because they're terrified by him, man. What we're reading, you got that Amos, man. Amos 9, 8, man.
Amos chapter 9
Y'all talking.
and verse
Y'all
8.
talking about, man.
And it reads, behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom.
The eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom. The eyes of the Lord are as of angels. The scriptures talks about, what is it? Get that about 10,000 times brighter than the sun in your pocket. Man. Let's get that right. What you are talking about, man? You know, we know what times we're in. We've been telling you what times we're in.
Yeah.
They said that maniac gets shipped at. They took that dude from the Scottish woods that dude was some Hamite businessman. I don't know where that dude's from. We call him a Hamite for now. Yeah, that come on, man. What was all that about? That dude, what is he about? Is he a CIA agent, man? Well, you're gonna find out a lot of these individuals that are popping up as CIA agents. A lot of you catch CIA agents, CIA programs.
Manchurian candidate.
Right. You're not a Mancunian candidate. A Manchurian.
Did I say Manchurian?
Not that it could be the same word. You know, that was a joke. But it could be the same word based off an accident. A Mancurian, a Manchurian.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shiver left, shiver. You like the shiver left. Shiver left, shiver left. That's in the scriptures, man. That the tribe said it a different way. Because that happens, the dialect accents. You still find out languages, like slangs and shit. You know? Dialects. Like accents especially. Because they ain't speaking the King's English, are they? Like if someone goes and going up the street, like that ain't saying my, is it? So just that's how a lot of these dialects is. Like Queen's English is BS. Let's read on.
Right off of this.
Yeah.
This is Sirach, chapter 23, verse 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Read it again.
Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Yes, the eyes of the Lord, 10,000 times brighter than the sun. That's his angels, boy.
Beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts.
And that's what happens, man. And the angels watch. That's their job. The word angel means messenger.
Jacob's ladder. Good example of that. The angels going back and forth. Taking the words, what happens down here, back onto the Heavenly Father. So you ain't doing nothing. And the vanity of it all, you think you guys into a dark place, you're doing this backdoor deal or whatever. He set you up, he set you up. Set you up, man.
Yeah.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 3. The eyes of Yahweh are in every place.
Yeah, the eyes of the Lord are in every place.
Yeah. But if you're...
You know what I'm saying? The angels actually go back and forth and make reports and shit, man. Like, when the Lord said to Satan, so Satan was like, okay, look, they come back with, and they have the actually, even when the Lord said, blind spirit in the mouth of Ahab, basically a lot of people ain't what is going on. Because y'all don't.
That's, but you don't the scriptures at all. The thing is you get into the scriptures and it gets real as hell. Real as hell. And that feeds into Yahweh shall make me return as well. Because the expectations people have on that, when you're talking about it, they're thinking, oh, it's going to be, candy and rainbows. They don't realize, it's an austere man.
Reset. Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord Yahweh is darkness and not light.
Yeah, your reality actually has been controlled by Satan. If you saw Eden, to believe that there isn't a terrible dark skin power in the sky. So your reality actually is controlled. So when there's earthquakes and there's thundering, oh my God, but because you've been tricked, man. You've been set up.
He said you were.
It says,
Y'all been set up, man. Go ahead.
yeah, it says verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion,
Oh yeah, right.
and a bear met him,
Uh-huh.
or went into the house and leaned his hand on a wall, and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?
Yeah, so the day of the Lord is not what you think it's going to be. Because again, y'all been tricked. And a matter of fact, this whole chip thing going down, that's just the Most High's chip. The Lord is the Most High's chip because everyone's going to get marked that ain't of the Most High. The proof of that is Revelation 14 and Revelation 15. Where the Lord said, well, any of y'all that get it, y'all going to get to receive my wrath. It's a test. He's setting you up. He's setting you up, man. That's going to be a dividing factor as who really is about the system over the Most High, ultimately. Like, that's the like, because you could say, someone could, like, remember, the scripture says, use the world is not abusing it. You can be in the world doing shit, but that don't mean you don't love the Most High. So there's levels to that. So that's the ultimate, that if you really go all the way there, you really ain't of the Most High, man. That's facts. Because you're going to make the God of this world completely control you on every single level. That's what you're signing yourself up to. You're saying that I'm going to make the God of this world control me via microchip. That's what happens when you take that. That's you completely made the pledge, sold out on the highest level. And that's why we know that you people that worship the image of the beast are going to take the mark. Because you're already in that spirit. You're worshiping his system, his way of life. And what comes with his system, his way of life? The chip. A lot of y'all are getting all confused. I can't believe it. What do you mean you can't believe it, man? Just like to say, this is a, you know how stupid these people are? They'll go, well, you know what? This is a for and against argument. People go, well, we've already got ID, so why do we need this and that and all this? But that's the point. You already got you already got his IDs. You fucking idiot, man.
You already find whatever he requires for you to participate.
But I don't want it digital. What's the fucking difference?
Yeah.
Okay, obviously it gives more control and all these kind of things. But at the same time, y'all are good with the technology though. When you fucking get your phone out and you're gonna sign up to the application, a lot of times you gotta upload your fucking driving license and passport onto the phone. Ain't that you already subscribed to that digital thing with the phones and the iPhones and all that? You're already doing it. You ain't going, well, I ain't fucking uploading my passport for an ID check, because that's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do. You gotta get your phone for certain things, for certain stuff in the system, and upload.
Even for a bank account as well. It's like for a bank account, you gotta give all the details.
Right.
Like a credit card, them men are doing a credit check.
Yeah.
Even to rent a place now, like there'll be like the last 3 months, 6 months of what do you call it? Bank statements.
Bank statements, right.
Like you got ID, proof of work, you have your P60 or P45 or whatever to kind of show you what, like you're already like in the system, but then it's just the digital is bringing it all together.
Even where you lived before, previous address.
Yeah. If you move in the last 6 months, they're gonna be okay. We need a letter from that place, a letter from a new place. We might need to talk to your landlord so we can confirm you're living there and what, like all sorts. Now that's how Esau's ship runs. He does love having total power on the front. But then with that mark, it's then, yes, absolute control. He really wants where there's no escape from it.
Yeah, the mark is going to be inside you, so you're going to be trapped. You've given up everything, you've given up your soul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to be black mirrored, you won't be able to do anything without even knowing. Like, you ain't going to be able to take a shit. You ain't going to be able to do anything, which they do data for your phones and everything you're doing anyway. Because these phones have got sensors, like, they can tell you things.
I was thinking the, what is it, like Apple Health?
Right.
Where it would track like your steps and where you go, your heartbeat,
Right,
and those
exactly.
things. That's why it's like, I remember, what was it, Amazon? Where they were saying, oh, people spending too long in the toilet.
Yeah.
So they said, oh, you're not allowed to take your phone to the toilet and what.
Yeah,
like,
how
they
do
already,
they know that?
yeah, that's demonic as hell.
Yeah.
They already want it like,
Yeah.
they got you chipped. They went, okay, zap that guy. He's in the toilet for 5 minutes, zap him.
iPhone telling you that now it's time to stand up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you've been sitting for too long, it's time to take a walk. Out of nowhere, notifications.
Your heart rate's a little too high. Maybe you should consider going to the doctor. All kind of yeah.
Slow down.
So precept.
Yeah.
This is Job 12 and 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his.
Yeah, with the Most High is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. So the Lord controls Satan, these devils. The Lord, the Most High controls the Illuminati, and the Most High controls the mark of the beast. So the Most High, so really you got to fear the Most High. We ain't worried about what we ain't worried about what they're gonna do. We ain't worried about what the Most High is saying. I'm saying they're gonna do what they're gonna do. You are opposed and shit, but guess what? You can't stop it. We're egging it on, bring it out, and ship these fucking ungodly souls. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like shit.
You said?
But the elect ain't gonna take that chip. The elect ain't gonna take that chip. Go ahead.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
So that's what's happened. You know, it's all come out on the rulers of the darkness of this planet. Pizzagate, Epstein, all that. We know what's going on. Everyone knows what's going on now. It's out there, and that was part of the New World Order anyway. That was part of it anyway, because part of Albert Pike's tenet, the principles of New World Order is to have witchcraft out. Basically, just they can do what they want. Right now, they're hiding, right? And part of that New World Order is like the Satanism is just like open and it's not hidden, pretty much. That's why they brought all that out, because they've been hiding all that Pizzagate, Epstein. Now they're bringing it. Now it's coming all out. The Lord's exposing it. But you know, it weren't no Albert Pike. The Lord's exposing it. It's making them look stupid. They're scrambling around. People ain't accepting it. The one thing you notice is people are just going on as business as usual. People are just going on as if like, especially you fucking niggas, man. One thing I notice about these niggas, you know, these niggas is party. You run, and now the English in it crowd, yeah, of you fucking niggas, yeah, y'all are just partying like during Ibiza, like Ibiza's been. It's like now this is the partying season of all time. Obviously it's bigger than the 90s, but the way these niggas partying right now, festivals everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They got all these festivals, these club nights. You know?
More disposable income amongst them.
Everything's been opened up. They've got this DJ, whatever, on the streets, bringing musicians there. We've got vibes coming out, party doing tours. But everything just, come on, man.
That's a vibe.
That's just, what you say?
Yeah, No, Vibes is out, you know.
He's out,
That's how
man.
you know it's over, bro.
And they're having all these, these pop-up parties, these rentals, everything's, I'm telling you, man, it's
R&B
crazy.
and slow jams as well, the big one.
Right.
That range. Because it's even translated to America. We've got American produced artists out there. Wow, this is so big. It's like a festival. They go to more different places and they take
Right.
it holiday kind of festival.
So you niggas are partying like it's 1999? And you niggas, like, with all this going on, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Bikini parties, phone parties, everything. They're going through it right now. Go ahead. Yeah, man.
Matthew 24 and 38.
You wouldn't think the world's ending with these niggas. That's the point. Where they're going on, man. I thought about it, man. I said, you know what, when I'm around these motherfuckers, man, you don't even feel like this is happening.
Yeah.
The way these niggas, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Matthew 24, verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
Yeah, man, that's the same spirit that's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to take them digital IDs. Or they're just like, come on, people. Come on, man. People have already got that. Yeah, it's just, you know, you just got to do what you got to do. Y'all really going to not work to have them IDs, man? Not to, they ain't going to do that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
They're saying they're going to get the dumb phones. That's what they're saying. As a way of getting around it. They said there's
Well,
gonna
what if
be-
they can't work? They're going to still walk around with them dumb phones? Y'all ain't drug dealers. What y'all going to do? It's only drug dealers that act like that, and most of y'all drug dealers are getting locked up. Because the ESOs, most crime, you ain't getting away with it and shit nowadays, man. They just ramping up everything, CCTV, police state.
CCTV is
Right.
the way you used to be able to do things back in the day. It's like
Yeah, this ain't the 90s, nigga.
yeah.
And niggas say that up here, niggas say that too. They go, you know what? This ain't the shit, you say you can't even get away with anything anymore. See what niggas saying? That's what niggas say. And it's the truth.
phone towers be pinging your phone and that.
Yeah.
All kind of ring cameras as well.
Right.
You know, someone
Yeah,
has a
there's
ring
so
camera
many,
they can catch you.
The ring cameras, there's been a few cases where it's like, oh, something happened in a house, and they got footage of it running across at a certain time. Then that's how they got the guy thrown in jail. It's like, the fuck?
Or even people with cameras on their cars, on their dash cams. They can catch you like that. There's all types of ways they can catch you now.
In Tory Lanez, that's what he was counting on. Ring camera footage to try and get out.
Yeah.
You know? I don't think it worked.
That guy at Rock Nation got to him, man.
Yeah.
Dark kind of Rock Nation got to that. The only person that would have helped him, but that's how it goes, man.
I would want Isaiah 47 and 2 says, take the millstones and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass
Yeah, but
over.
we're in a different era. 220 to 230, bro. Digital lockdown era. That's what it is. All your top musicians are getting locked up. Okay. You know what I'm saying? They're just locked up. They ain't gonna be no more. There's no more partying going on in Hollywood. You got streamers going on. Streamers, and the streamer thing is just not about the technology.
Yeah,
More
for the new age.
for the new age. Basically, 24-hour surveillance all the time.
Yeah.
That's what the conditioning is. That's the era.
It started with what was it, Big Brother, the
Right.
TV show.
Yeah.
Where that was the gimmick. The gimmick
That was
was
fucking big in the
yeah, that
UK.
was humongous, bro.
You said
the
that
UK.
was
Bro, it was fucking huge. I remember when the first few seasons, it'd be like everyone would know, okay, what's going on. Even the celebrity Big Brother and whatnot. But then now it's like that's normal. It's like streaming culture. It's like a a lot of the cities you kind of walk around, there'll be people streaming you wouldn't even know. And it's like they just kind of walk around, they'll just have their phone, have a battery pack tied up to it. Then they'll just walk around the whole day screaming. They might go out into the nightlife or whatever, and you wouldn't even know. And that's become like, that's normalized. So I remember it was like, it started with social media where if you go somewhere, like you're tagging it when you go there and whatnot, taking pictures. Now it's just, you just film it.
Yeah, they were doing pretty much, man. You had but like the concerts right now, everyone's got their phones out.
Yeah.
So everywhere you go, so certain people, some of the fight on the bus, the whole bus has got their phone out. And you catch everything. You don't miss nothing's ever a tail, or you know what? Everything's recorded. Like, how did you even catch that? With a pre-recording it? How did it? You catch everything. You're like, how did they catch everything? How did you know that was gonna happen? Someone might have tripped and they caught it. How did you catch that? Before, like, you see what I'm saying? Crazy. You get seconds before the thing even happens.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? What? Let's say, go to town centres, you'll have vloggers, like you said, interviewers, streaming. You end up on getting questioned. You're on some big platform, and they don't got the footage. However whatever you did, you're putting on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let you trip over or whatever. It's like,
right. You crash out, anything. I don't want the interview, man. They're gonna put that out there. What's up with it? And then everyone's gonna be see that.
That can go viral. The whole world sees that.
And they'll be dogging you. Engage. You know. They'll put owls in the chat.
They had that folly demon, Carson Nat. I think he just went like 35 hours straight on live.
He's got a million subs.
He's one of the biggest. I think he's one of the biggest fucking streamers. He is. I think the biggest geezer, some dude in Spain. It's crazy. White guy in Spain. What the fuck? That was crazy when I researched that.
Probably mainland Europe and South America, Central and South America. Because I know it's them lot, that crowd, they get big
And Kai, man, he got himself big because he gets some celebrities on.
That's also, it's like Carson Nat, it's like every celebrity under the sun that's been on his stream. You think it's like, bro, how's that getting hooked up?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, the amount of money you must make is insane. And you think it's just like, and it's not even any kind of professional setup.
And them rappers, some of them rappers be mad, they'd be like, wait, this dude's getting more famous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fucking Fabio Foreign, that nigga is butt. Them man were butt hurt.
Right.
Obviously, because it felt like, you know, that goes into the daughters of music being brought low. You became a rapper and thinking, I'm gonna be the man.
You're a god on
but
that.
now it don't matter no more. Streamers are the in thing.
Right.
No one cares about you rapping some words together.
That's crazy.
You know? Have you got charisma?
Right.
Are you gonna, do some wild shit on the stream for like here and there?
Right.
Like I said, with that I show speed, he's a funny demon.
He's a super Jake.
He's a super Jake. Like he can do backflips.
Because he didn't do
run.
that. Kai did all that getting celebrities out to get. He didn't do that.
But I
It's just his personality.
I think it was like he had no collabs to get like the #1 spot that was saying like
He's just a freak athlete. That's what he is. You could do some
backflips.
Yeah.
Raised Noah Lyles.
Yeah. And kind of gave him a run for his money. Like he kind of could do some shit, man.
Yeah.
That's the Judah I remember. I'll chat this shit.
Super Judah. Remember that? Super Judah. I remember them saying that in the ring. That's Judah for you, man. That's Super Judah. And that's the right spirit. Because sometimes you get Benjamin, they be acting like they're just like boys in the farm and everything. They act like that.
He's saying there's only 4 million on the island. I hear it, man, but
I mean, they were influential, but
Yeah,
that was that prophecy for them Raven and shit. They got big through that.
Raven and the Wolf. That's
You know what I
it.
mean? That music.
That's it.
You know?
June. I mean,
And a lot of those people that you get some pictures from Norway, they want to go to Jamaica and swear.
yeah.
And from mainland, a lot of the Benjamites is resonating with them.
That's it. Yeah.
Italians, you can tell.
I see, I don't know if you see it, in Japan, they were throwing a raid, there's a whole set of Japanese people doing a bash run. They were like, "Way, pull up!"
Yeah.
Wheel it. And then they were going again, I was like, fucking hell, what's going on in Japan, where?
Right.
You know, it must have been Okinawa or some shit, like something like that. So just in the spirit.
Appreciate it. A lot of them bitches with Benjamites, man, they want to work and all that. They want to be curry gold. I'm like, this is just, you can tell by the attitude they got. Let it go on. You know what I'm saying? Because you had the Vikings up there, and then you had the, you know what I'm saying?
Precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Right.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about the end times, we're going into the chip, mark of the beast. You know, we're so close to it now, we're in entering a digital age. We're so close to it that pretty much everything's coming to an end now. You know, all the different worlds, the sports worlds, everything's past its golden era. Everything's on its way down. Music, actors, yeah. So now it's entering into, it's all about the new world order, man. So, hey, the chip's round the corner.
Well, there was the AI actor they were trying to push as well. It's the same with like AI music. There'll be videos where people will be like, they'll play someone, oh, how do you feel about this artist? Then they'll say, oh, it was an AI generated song or AI generated artist. Because why? It's all getting you into that system.
You go online, right, and I seen it, someone showed me, and basically you type in what kind of beat you want, just like the style, the feel, it'll generate the whole album for you, man.
You know.
And the shit sounded, I was like, bro, what? The dude with guitars, the dude with shredding. I was like, bro, this is finished. How can you be a musician?
There was this guy, he was running a Spotify page for a fake band.
Yeah.
See that guy?
Yeah, I saw
He just got in prison the other day.
Yeah.
He was collecting the royalties for the band.
Oh, yeah.
And they had like 900,000 listeners every month. So he was raking in a lot of money. It was all AI
Collected the royalties for the band.
for the band.
So what was the how did he, what from the label?
Yeah.
So what was the, he didn't, so he was signed to the labels.
Basically, he sounded.
I'm just trying to work out how it works.
Bro, it was like,
How does it work?
no one knew apparently.
He falsified everything to the point where
Okay,
he,
so
he falsified
the
everything.
label thought it
They
was a
came
real
into the
Yeah,
band.
it was a real
going
band.
to him.
Yeah.
They locked him up.
No, they thought it was going to the AI band.
No, they didn't even know it was
They
AI.
thought it was the real band. Okay, this has got that detail.
That's crazy.
You know, because that's crazy.
Cleaned up, bro.
That's crazy, man.
It's funny because even one woman, one of her videos I watched, and I put it in my watch later, and it came up, and then when I heard it, I was like, this ain't her, it sounds like her, it's not her. Then literally the next video after that said, yes, I'm the real woman, there is some AI videos. I was like, oh shit, there's people going around lifting people that are popular, making another channel, and basically doing content based on the things that they do to generate money. And that one video I watched was like 128,000. All the other ones were like 500, 200. Like that's it. But that one just went clear. So you got a lot of people now using AI to just blow up.
Fake crimes.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the big fake crimes, man.
Yo, yeah, but you don't know when. Well, that's false flags. But then they got AI now that can make it look like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, someone did all kind. So that's what they've already been. It's like because some of the first things was like, oh, like the Biden speech or Trump speech, like AI generated.
Yeah,
But
you
then
go on
it's-
YouTube and so you gotta be careful that they'll try and someone that says something, look, man, puts out a message out there and it's off, and you gotta, it's AI. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. But man, anyway, the scripture says, if they could deceive the very elect, so whatever they try, ain't gonna work, man. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 24. But there shall arise false anointed and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
Right, so pretty much, man, they ain't gonna be able to deceive the elect, bro. Yeah, and at the end of the day, man, you know, we getting ready to get out of here, bro. All the prophecies are happening that have been going on about. It's happening right now in this time, and it's going to ramp up. It's going to ramp up right now, man. You gotta be careful about what you're saying on the internet. They actually are arresting people for what they're saying on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how serious this is in that time, just like that. So, that's what we've been prophesying about. That's what we're going to keep prophesying about. But we're in that time, man. So, hey, the Lord's will. But all you scoffers out there, all you people that been talking shit, bro, man, you go and get it right now. That's all that we're going to close out on that note. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Sure.